This time, she said she did not want to name Diddy. She said she was afraid that she wouldn't be believed and that later on, the rapper would harm her.
People around Diddy and what everybody knows.
What happened from 8 to 11? And why did all Kim's stuff come up missing?
Diddy, Devil.
The rumors swirling around Diddy potentially ordering a hit on Deal and Jaguar Wright for revealing alleged secrets are sending shockwaves through the industry. This speculation has rattled fans, especially given how Deal and Wright have been outspoken about Diddy's past actions. Both have recounted experiences and events that paint Diddy in a controversial light, stirring up intense reactions from the public. If these claims turn out to be true, it could mark one of the most explosive developments in recent hip-hop history, potentially impacting Diddy's legacy.
With exposures, you make yourself vulnerable to all kinds of attacks, seen and unseen. What happened to my friend? When he passed away, there was $250,000 on my head and $150,000 on his. But what if I had decided to go back with my head held low and said, Sean, I'm willing to play the game, and then found a way to get inside of him and move him around?
Cam, let me tell you something, man. If I worried about what somebody would do for me, I wouldn't be the man that I am. I keep my head on the swivel. I do what I have to do to protect myself and my family. All I know is that I know one thing for certain, two things for sure. I got people out here that love me. You understand? And if something happened to me, I know people's gonna make sure you meet me wherever we gotta go after this life.
This recent development follows a statement from Deal, who revealed that Diddy had allegedly attempted to silence him before. Deal mentioned that Diddy was reportedly reaching out to people, including past adversaries, to line up character witnesses for himself, particularly around the time news broke about Cassie. Deal claimed that around the same time, Homeland Security or another similar agency intervened by releasing information on Cassie's case, seemingly as a warning to those considering helping Diddy. This chain of events has led to widespread speculation about the lengths to which Diddy might go to protect his reputation.
I usually be coming back to New York, and somebody was telling me that, yo, listen here, yo, he trying to get witnesses. Remember when they released that first thing of Cassie, and I said that Diddy was trying to contact people for character witnesses, people for who he had problems with before, whatever like that, and trying to talk to them in the whole 9 yards. That's when they dropped that thing with Cassie. The Homeland Security had some agency or whatever like that that deals with that, dropped that thing on Cassie to show everybody, oh, y'all want to help him? Y'all, this is what y'all want to help? This is who y'all want to, you know, say that he ain't never did nothing. This is what you want to put your brand on? And everybody started backing up from him. Everybody was talking about, yo, man, Cassie was a gold digger. Cassie was this, that, and the third. She loved it in the whole 9 yards. And then when they seen that, all his friends or so-called friends, went away. So him not having a bond is not surprising.
Yeah, and he offered them $50 million, and they still denied his bond.
He should have waited to see what they was going to offer. Because if he got $50 million to get him and offer that, then they think like, yo, that's too little of a money.
And you right about Diddy's phone being tough, because news came out that his former bandmate from Dirty Money, she called the other group member Dunn 58 times trying to get her to stop the lawsuit against Diddy.
She ain't the only one he was trying to get in contact with. You understand? He sent somebody through somebody else to try to get in contact with me. Enough is enough. Oh, okay. You tell Big Mama that enough is enough. You can't tell Wolf Mama enough is enough. You tell D Ferg Mama enough is enough. You understand? You tell all those people who supported you and they survivors, enough is enough.
You didn't tell me about this. So he tried to get somebody to reach out to you?
Now I got a phone call from Kirk Burrows. And Kirk Burrows, and I ain't gonna get this guy no play. Not Kirk Burrows, but one of the Puff dudes that I know that's real close to him said, Kirk told me, yo, he wanna reach out to you, Gene. He wanna speak to you. I said, speak to me for what? What do you want to speak to me for? If he's trying to speak to me, it's for Puff. Point blank. I know the dude. I know how close he is to Puff. He's been with Puff from day one. So he ain't got nothing to say to me, bro. But Kirk Burrows did say to me that the dude said enough is enough. When do it becomes enough? Yo, because, bro, listen, I didn't ask to be put in this situation. You understand? And a lot of people ain't gonna understand this. Because a lot of people wouldn't give up what I've given up to be in this situation. You understand? My whole thing about it is, when you lean on right, you ain't gonna never turn to wrong.
Feeling part of these allegations against Diddy is that orchestrating hits may only scratch the surface of his alleged misdeeds. Gene Deal and Jaguar Wright indeed have reasons to be concerned, given Diddy's history of alleged involvement in high-profile deaths. A recent Rolling Stone investigation shed light on Diddy's relationship with the late notorious B.I.G., Biggie Smalls, revealing that Biggie was allegedly planning to leave Bad Boy Records just before his tragic murder. Several interviewees confirmed that Biggie had been involved in a legal dispute to regain his publishing rights from Diddy. Notably, the Big Payback describes Diddy as fiercely possessive over these rights, once stating, "I will never give it up until I'm dead and my bones are crushed into powder." Photographer Monique Bunn shared that Biggie confided in her, saying he was planning to leave Puff, with another source adding that nearly everyone wanted to part ways with Diddy due to his controlling nature. Gene Deal has gone as far as to suggest that Diddy may have even orchestrated Biggie's tragic end to retain control. These revelations paint a disturbing picture of the lengths Diddy may have gone to preserve his interests.
How you feel about the people that say Biggie was asking for him coming to LA so soon after Tupac got killed and him getting on the radio rapping Long Kiss Goodnight?
Man, you would get 100 people in the room, and out of the 100 people, probably 3 would say it was all right for Big to be in LA. 97% of those people would say he had no business in LA at that time. We all knew that. Why would Puff rent studio time? Come on, man, look. You gotta look at what people do, man. You know Pac just got killed. It ain't no kind of business Big was doing. Big couldn't even walk, he couldn't run. They was pushing him around in a wheelchair, brother. Why the hell would you rent studio time in LA for him to finish your album when in fact you got your own studio, Daddy's house? Let's keep it a buck. Let's stop this bullshit, man. Let's stop doing these interviews, man, about this shit. Cause people ain't getting it. He did not want the beef with the Crips. Puff ain't want the beef with the Dog Pound, Snoop them or whatever. Big started that beef. You understand what I'm saying? Puff ain't want none of that beef. So what I'm gonna do is, y'all want the shit? I'm gonna put him out the pasture. Catch him if you can. If you got that wolf in you, catch him if you can. Why in the hell you would put your man in a situation by sending him to Cali to work on your album when you know not his Nimitz, but your Nimitz was just murdered by that you was running with? Why would you do that? Oh, they just wanted to do business. Business my ass, man. No homo. But you know how some of these kids out here be thinking, right? They hear that. Keep it real, man. Why is he out there working on Puff album when you got the Hit Factory? You got Daddy's House. You got the place where Tupac was shot at, Quad Studio. There's plenty of places Big could have been. Why the West Coast? Come on, man. And then you got a half retarded ass like Lil C. Big love Cali. Big wanted his publishing. Big wanted his marketing. He knew he couldn't go nowhere and be who he needed to be without it. So if Puff would have told that nigga to go to hell with gasoline draws on, that nigga would have went to hell. All money ain't good money, brother.
Yes, Biggie, also known as the Notorious B.I.G., was tragically shot and killed on March 9, 1997, in Los Angeles, California, just 6 months after the death of his friend and rival, Tupac Shakur. Biggie's murder, like Tupac's, remains unsolved, and his untimely death has fueled numerous conspiracy theories, with some pointing to his connections with Bad Boy Records and Sean Diddy Combs. Over the years, figures like Gene Deal, a former bodyguard, and others close to Biggie have suggested that there may have been tensions within Bad Boy Records, particularly as Biggie was reportedly seeking more control over his music and career.
So, all you guys go to the vibe party.
It was 23 of us.
23 people go to the vibe party. And then at one point, the fire department starts to shut it down.
Now it's only 12 of us. Because them motherfuckers that left, they must have felt something. You know, what's his name? Chuck Bone. That was Puff friend. Yeah, he that was with us, Chuck Bone. They must have felt something and they left and went to Steve Stout's house in the hills. Because Steve Stout was giving a party that day too.
Okay, so half the entourage leaves. Half is still there. You go and grab all the SUVs and have them pull out in front. So when Big and Puff and all them come out, they can just jump in their cars.
And we can leave.
Okay. So tell me about the scene outside as you're waiting for everyone to get in their cars and start to take off.
So first we lined up parallel to the door in which they have to come out. Right? You follow me?
Yep.
All right, we lined up parallel to where the doors they have to come out. So if they come out right here, the car's right there. They're right there. So then Big is taking his time because, you know, his fibula bones and his thighs are broken or whatever like that. You know, they fractured or whatever. So it's taking them a long time to come out. So they get out, Big gets in the car, everybody get loaded up. I said, come on, let's go. We ready to go. Puff is running back and forth like, yo, he'll see a girl, he'll go grab a girl. He said, yo, Gene, remember her, she coming to the party tomorrow. I'm like, remember her? What the fuck is you talking about, bro? I never seen him act like this ever, because he don't act like that. When I said to Paul said we was ready to go, I say, all right, follow us. I tried to ride on side of the car. Puff said, yo, Gene, what you doing? I said, I'm riding on the side of the car. I'm gonna have my gun out. I'm on the side of the car. At the time, I'm 265, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the 330, you know what I mean? So I was a little slimmer back then. So he says to me, Gene, if you don't get in this car, you ain't gonna never work for Bad Boy ever again. I said, man, how the f you gonna try to tell me how to do my job? He said, Gene, we don't need that look. We don't need that look. Get in the car. As I go to get in the car, this motherfucker reached down and let his seat all the way back. So now I got to put my legs sideways. I'm like, yo, what the f is you doing? And so then Kenny said, you ready? He said, you ready? I said, Kenny, run the next 3 lights. Run the next 3 lights, Kenny. Kenny said, for what? I said, motherfucker, to run the next 3 lights, Kenny, or I'm gonna drive. Run the next 3 lights. Kenny just took off. When he took off, we got past the light because it was a flashing red light. We got past the light and we got across the street. Tone, who was behind me, said, yo, somebody in the car pointing a gun at Big and them.
It's unsettling to think about the extent of control Diddy allegedly wielded over Biggie's career, and even after his tragic death in March 1997. Former Bad Boy publicity director Leji Brookshire recalled that, while she requested time to grieve, Diddy pushed her to focus on making sure Biggie's posthumous album, Life After Death, would debut at #1. The tension surrounding Biggie's relationship with Bad Boy Records only deepens with claims from Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, who asserts that narratives surrounding Biggie's murder may be misdirected. He refuted theories pointing to Captain Shah Muhammad of the Nation of Islam, asserting that those who knew the truth wouldn't have dared implicate him while he was alive. According to Deal, since Shahid's passing, opportunists have been pushing this story as a cover-up to divert attention from law enforcement's alleged mishandling of Biggie's case. Deal specifically denied Shahid's involvement, emphasizing that the Muslim figure who confronted him did not match Shahid's description. Rolling Stone's report on the period following Biggie's death paints a picture of Diddy capitalizing on the tragedy to advance his own career. When Bad Boy co-founder Kirk Burrows suggested Biggie be featured on Rolling Stone's cover, Diddy rejected the idea, opting instead to promote his debut album, No Way Out. This move, criticized by figures like Suge Knight, underscored the cold reality Diddy was relentlessly focused on his brand, even in the shadow of Biggie's passing. Deal also cast doubt on claims that Biggie and Diddy were close friends, suggesting their bond was more business-oriented. He hinted Biggie was eager to explore new horizons, bringing his friends along for the ride rather than relying on Bad Boy. Now, in a tragic twist, Biggie's own mother, MS Wallace, is vocal about exposing the truth, demanding answers as lingering suspicions point toward Diddy's role in her son's demise. John Deal's account sheds a chilling light on Diddy's alleged obsession with Tupac and Biggie, suggesting that his ambitions and rivalries may have fueled some of the tragic events that followed. Deal recounted a recent conversation he had with Biggie's mother, MS Wallace, describing it as one of the most emotional moments of his life. Despite the pain of discussing her son's death, MS Wallace expressed her support for Deal's public efforts to reveal the truth, which he sees as a powerful validation of his mission. Deal's reflections bring fresh scrutiny to Diddy's actions during the notorious East Coast-West Coast feud. Diddy had reportedly urged Biggie not to respond to Tupac's infamous diss track, Hit 'Em Up, fearing it would intensify the rivalry. Yet Deal believes Diddy's fixation on Tupac went deeper than music rivalry. He alleges Diddy adopted aspects of Tupac's image and persona, from his style to his music themes, and even associated with women Tupac had been close with. This obsession may have, as Deal implies, influenced Diddy's rise, but with devastating consequences. Adding to the controversy, recent revelations suggest Tupac's family might pursue a wrongful death lawsuit against Diddy following allegations that Diddy had offered $1 million for Tupac's killing. On the legal front, Diddy faces a growing number of civil lawsuits. One accuser, who remains unnamed, has alleged a violent 2018 incident where Diddy purportedly assaulted her using a TV remote and subsequently made threats against her family. In addition, accusations of sexual assault on minors have surfaced, including claims that Diddy and other celebrities allegedly assaulted a 13-year-old girl at a 2000 VMA after-party, raising serious concerns about misconduct within his circle. Amid these recent revelations, Deal suggests that Diddy's fascination with Tupac and his relationships crossed unsettling lines. Deal highlighted that Diddy allegedly pursued romantic relationships with individuals Tupac had been close to, such as Sarah Chapman, whose involvement was reportedly the subject of bets within Diddy's inner circle. Additionally, Deal raised suspicions surrounding the tragic death of Kim Porter, a former partner of Diddy's, which he believes holds unanswered questions regarding her final moments and the handling of evidence, including missing personal items and her phone. These claims have intensified scrutiny of Diddy and the powerful figures surrounding him, with many calling for renewed investigations into unresolved matters, such as Porter's death. Deal and others suggest that justice may still be possible, even in cases long left untouched. With the rising tide of lawsuits and investigations, the public and media continue to watch closely, as further revelations could emerge about Diddy and the influential figures linked to him.